君はね、確かにあの時私のそばにいた。いつだって、いつだって、いつだってすぐ横で笑っていた。なくしても取り戻す君を I will never leave you.
Every man's got a fight to fear. I'm the first to admit it, shit thoughts provoke the new era. Become a bit of terror, but my only rival is my shadow. Rewind the play back and fit my own era. Getting old, to be honest, getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay laced. Give my call, me boy a flush, and I'm the ace.
Welcome everyone to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for week 5 of the Let's Play Fall Funtacular. My name is Seichi, but you can call me Seichi Sensei today. And we're just going to ignore all of this. This is actually in the middle of a run I was doing because, okay, my original thought was to do an enemy guide to this game. This game that came out in 1993. It's 3, right? 1 second. Yep. Nope. 1994. I'm gonna actually talk about the North American release dates here for a little bit while we just kind of listen to the music. But so this game came out originally on the Genesis, the Sega Genesis, of course. One of my favorite childhood systems, I gotta say. I mean, we did have a Super Nintendo, but I don't remember actually playing anything on it. Which is weird, because now I play nothing but those all the time on my emulator. But I do still go back to good old Sonic every now and then when I'm bored. Or feeling nostalgic. Which is why Sonic Generations is going to be awesome. But that's beside the point, and also rambling. This game came out February 2nd, 1994. It was also re-released on the Mega Collection November 10th, 2002, Mega Collection Plus, November 2nd, 2004, the Virtual Console on the Wii, and I think the DS. September 10th, 2007, the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection, February 10th, 2009, and finally Xbox Live Arcade, June 10th of the same year, 2009. Now, let's begin. This game begins with us flying through the sky on our tornado. This happens, of course, after the events of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, I know I'm supposed to assume that no one knows what this is, but I'm going to at least assume you've played Sonic 2. Well, okay, I won't. These are our two main characters, and that guy was a pink guy. We'll talk about him never. Actually, we don't ever see him again. No, that's not true. Well, for the purpose of this guide, it pretty much is. We have our two main heroes here, Sonic, the one in blue, our hedgehog, the true blue hedgehog. Blue, 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 blue. He has a couple of moves. He can jump. He can do that weird white thing when he jumps. And he can also spin dash. Hold down and press any of the 3 buttons. All 3 of the buttons do the same exact thing. Either jump or spin dash. Now, as I said, originally I was going to do an enemies guide where I would go through and cover every enemy and their names and how best to beat them and what they did. However, after I beat this first zone, which is known as Angel Island, I kind of noticed that that video went on for about 15 minutes. So instead, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to do a boss guide. So I'll meet you guys back when we find the first mini-boss after going through this entire stage, off screen. So, yeah. Alright, we hit the 2-minute mark, and this is the halfway point for Angel Island Act 1. Now this guy is known as Flame Breath. I don't think actually hitting him there does him any damage. But that was our first appearance of him. Now, let's go further into the level to find him. But first, we are going to need something special before we encounter him. Actually, this shield that I'm wearing right now. So if I can keep that through the entire level, that'd be good. But I will show you a place where you can get it a little easier. Actually, I can't keep this through the entire level because there's water. And the second you hit water with this shield, you lose the shield. That's a lightning shield. It would be useful if you... well, no. We need to get it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, well. I apparently talked all the way through it. This guy is easy to kill if you've got a shield on, because all of his projectiles bounce off, but I talked about that before. Anyway, you want to get this shield right here before going in to fight Flame Breath. This boss takes 6 hits. You are completely immune to most of his attacks when you've got the fire shield on. However, do not hit him from the very top, and if you don't have the fire shield for some odd reason, after losing it somehow, don't hit him from the bottom. And be careful when you hit him from the side, because both of those would hurt. Because fire hurts in video games, believe it or not. This game is split up into 2 acts, Act 1 and Act 2, in each zone, except the final zone, I believe? No, launch phase still works like that. And this is a special zone. One moment, I need to get through this. Okay, really quick before I continue what I was saying, that was the first time I think I've ever completed a challenge stage legitimately. So, there's that. Anyway, too bad that's not really going to be shown. Well, I can always just put the footage on YouTube for no reason. Now, this is the bubble shield. As you saw with the fire shield, it flame balls through the area. The lightning shield will have a double jump. This one does a bounce. And you're also impervious to water. In this game, you don't actually have the lungs of a fish like Mario, I guess, because Sonic drowns after about 30 seconds in water. Did you want to go that way? Yeah. Okay. We want to find a lightning shield before we go too far into the stage, though. But, so acts. These zones are split up between 2 acts. The end of the first act has the mini-boss, and the end of the second act has the bosses. We're going to be covering those guys, and how best to defeat them and stuff. So, yeah, I'll meet you guys when I find that lightning shield that I'm looking for. Okay, well, this is the final checkpoint in the level, and I could not find the lightning shield. However, I should still be able to reach this. It'll just be a little bit trickier than if I had a double jump. I accidentally jumped in the bonus stage, and I promptly failed the bonus stage. Hooray. Okay. Yeah! There. That's what you want. Don't hit those spikes. But we want the fire shield for this zone's boss as well. Now, the best way to get through this little thing is to run. Hold right. Now, while I'm doing this, I suppose I can explain something. Your nemesis in this game, just as in the first and second one, is the good old Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, whichever one he is in this game. I get confused. I think Eggman started with Dimps, which is the other Sonic producers, and I gotta say, I'm not, like, you know, upset with their Sonic games or anything. In fact, I think they're pretty good. They stay true to the true blue spirit. Alright, this may seem like a strange place, but I kinda died to the boss, and no one needs to know about that. However, over here, where the swinging bar thing over there is, that's where the lightning shield is that I was looking for. Now, I'm gonna meet you guys back at the boss, because you've already heard everything I need to say up to that point. Alright, now that we actually have a lightning shield up to this point, we can hit that fire shield. And this time I'm going to save state just in case I die to the boss like last time, because Tails decided it was a good time to hit the boss when I was going to hit the boss, so I phased through the boss and into the pit. Yep. I'm gonna skip through this, 1 second. Alright, you can see him in the distance. That is Mr. Well, no, I said all that already. I'm just going to cut up to this point. Anyway, watch out, he's going to burn the bridge there, and I was kind of hoping Tails would do the trick. This time, we're just going to stand kind of under him. Oh, well, that's where he was supposed to spawn last time. Anyway, this boss takes 8 hits, and while you've got a fire shield, you're basically invulnerable to him. Unless Tails wants to throw me in a pit. Then, I guess you're not invulnerable to that. But, that's pretty much that boss. So let's press this button up here, and head out to our next destination. Sorry. Anyway, however, up there we see the Mr. Pink guy, whose name is Knuckles, the Echidna, in case you were wondering. Also, and we hit the Hydrosity Zone. Now, keep in mind, as I said before, that Sonic will drown if he stays in water for more than 30 seconds. So, be careful of that. So, let's go meet us a mid-boss, shall we? Okay, I should mention that right behind this ring box... different ring box. Also, you can reflect his projectiles. Oh, well, right over here is a water shield. You're going to need that coming up in a few seconds, actually. It's not really necessary, it's just kind of nice to have so you don't drown and die. Because the boss is kind of underwater. And that makes him kind of a nuisance. Like this fish! This fish is kind of a nuisance. I want to hit that thing. There we go. Ah, Tails didn't drown. I mean, yay! Tails didn't drown. What am I saying? Tails is my favorite character, man. Okay, Hydrosity is kind of long. So, I don't blame you if you lose your, bubble power here. Okay, we can dash under this ring. Yeah, okay. Oh, here we are. Save state. Okay. This guy's name is the Big Shaker. Or at least that's what he's called in Japanese. Now, I don't really know the best way to kill him. Because, to be honest, I mean, you can hit him from directly underneath. And when he's going like that, you can hit him from on top. But when you hit him from underneath, his X shape won't really hurt you. And sometimes Tails will get a lucky hit in when you're jumping over him. So, yeah, that's the best way I know to kill him. Now, if you can somehow, through some miracle, keep your bubble shield through all of Act 2, this would also help a little bit against the other boss, I think. Actually, not really. So, never mind that. But... oh, by the way, there's a giant wall here. I should probably show you how to get through that, because this giant wall has killed me a lot in the past. When I was a wee tyke. Kinda like right now. Please don't kill me. Okay. Oh, crap. That's right. It still goes on until you can get through here. Right? No, a little further. Okay, I think it stops there. Yeah, okay. That's how you get through that. Also, don't get crushed by these. You can. It sucks. I hate it when that happens. I'm gonna save state here just so I don't have to go through that wall segment again. Anyway, yeah, I'll meet you guys at the boss. Darn it, I wanted to, well... that was an extra little bubble power-up in case you need one. And if you fell like I did, you will need it, because this part will probably make you drown. Yep, this game is pretty unrelenting. Never mind. It's easy enough to get back out of the water. Oh well. But that was the backup, and I believe we're at the boss. Yep, because here is Knuckles to drop us down to meet... oh, wait, this is a wall. No, it's not. It's a fan. Okay. Well, yeah, that's the final checkpoint. Alright, everyone, meet the Screwmobile. Now, in retrospect, like I said before, the water power-up doesn't actually help that much, but it is here. And if you wait until that vortex goes away, you can use it to jump at him. Now, what you're supposed to do is wait until the second to last bomb before he turns, and use it to propel into him. And just keep rinsing and repeating that. Well, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. Best way to dodge that is just to jump. Or at least, that's the best way I know. Don't hit the propeller while it's spinning. I believe that'll hurt you. Then again, you know, if you hit any kind of propeller while it was spinning in the real world, it would probably hurt you. So, kind of common sense, even though that's always lacking in video games. And I didn't do it without getting hit, but that's okay. Because we have defeated him after 8 hits. Most bosses in this game take 8, and most mini-bosses take 6. With the exception of the final bosses. Alright, I think that's long enough for my first recording, so I'll meet you guys back in, well, a few minutes for you guys and a couple of days for me. For Marble Garden through everything else. So, yeah. I won't say until then because, you know, it's like nothing. It's like I never cut, so, yeah. Alright, this is our first appearance of the mini-boss of this zone, known as Tunnelbot. Of course, as with the Flame Breath, any hits we do hit him here won't actually count, but I like to hit him because I can. Now, let's go meet him again, because I think he appears 3 times in this zone, so time to search for him. Okay, I think that was the final checkpoint of Act 1, so let's just wait until this thing goes away. Actually, let's show off the bonus stage, because this is the wrong one. Darn. Well, this is a slot machine, a la Sonic 2, and this little thing should be reminiscent of Sonic 1, except that those things don't just disappear, they turn into gold. Okay. Well, I wanted to show off the other one because it gives me power-ups. However, this is Tunnelbot. He takes 6 hits, so that was 2. Yeah. And be careful when he comes down because he'll drill you in the head. And there you go. That's really the only thing. Oh, when stuff is falling, watch out for the ones that are spiky. Just the rocks won't hurt you, but the stalagmites or stalactites, I forget. Whichever one is the one that points down from the ceiling is the one I'm talking about. So, yeah. Alright, now we just gotta go find the boss. Oh, well, that was easy. Don't stand in the right side because he'll hurt you. And that was Robotnik's newest invention. An interesting little thing to note is that his machines all end in mobile. And whenever he appears, the ground will shake, so actually he appears quite a few times. But the ground will shake and stuff will happen. The ground will collapse and spikes will rain from the... No, I don't think that happens. But that would be interesting. Not really good, but interesting. Now to get through that, we run into the bonus stage, and... Oh, this one! I totally forgot about this one. It's kind of like Sonic Spinball, sort of, if you're not too picky. I'm never very good at that one. But you can get some rings, I guess. Anyway, let's go find Robotnik again now, shall we? Fire! Shoot the door! Oh, actually... Okay, this checkpoint here, I believe, is one of the final ones, but this box right here, more importantly, which I'm sure I actually showed, so I'm not sure why I'm going back to show it, but that's the thing. It's a fire shield. You want that. Don't stand to the left. And don't dash straight into his drill. That's never a good idea. Yeah! There we go. That's what I wanted. Now you run, because the stage is collapsing! Which means both progress and death. Much death is to be had. No, maybe that's later. No! If you look very carefully, the ceiling is indeed coming down on our heads! And I believe the fire shield reflects his blasts there. Yeah! Probably the best way to get through this is actually to use the fireballing attack, because then you just kind of breeze through the level. And that was the final checkpoint right before the boss. Really? Okay, we're back to the final checkpoint. And let's move before we get hit by something with our fire shield on, because I kind of want to keep this. Makes hitting this boss in the early stages very nice and speeds up the battle a lot. Okay, now when you move here, stand right here, right under him, start jumping, smack him a whole bunch. Alright, that should be 5 hits. So he only needs 3 more hits if that actually counts, because I've never actually tested if it counted or not. Well, I know that one counted at least. Now, the best way to defeat him is just to figure out where he was going across the screen. If he goes to the left, he'll appear like that. If you fall down, Tails will come and catch you. Now, keep in mind that, yep, all of those hits counted. But keep in mind that without the fire shield, this would be a lot more difficult because you can't just jump into his fire. But with the fire shield, this battle becomes pretty trivial. So, oh, Tails will automatically keep you aloft because I'm not pressing any buttons at all. But let's just, you know, keep him aloft the old-fashioned way. Into the Carnival Night Sound. You gotta love this music. Except whenever I think about this music, I always think of cave level in Sonic 2, if you know what I mean. Whee! I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't sound anything like it. Whenever I think of this music, I start singing Mystic Cave. That's weird. Spin dashing through boxes stops your momentum. Why am I still talking? I'll meet you guys at the mini-boss. Okay, that might have happened a little bit fast there, but that was the final checkpoint, and this is our mini-boss. His name is Bowling Spin. Now, there's only one way to kill him. Open him up, and when his thing hits him, it hits him. Don't let the thing play Breakout on the stage, because if it does, well, you're dead. And 4 hits, he goes down. Because if it took 6 hits, you'd probably be long dead. Because all of these blocks would probably be gone by then. I'm sure you could manage it, but it would be pretty difficult for first-timers. And speaking of difficult for first-timers, this stage has a lot of instant death traps and just annoying moments that are hard to get through, especially with Tails there. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go meet us a boss. Okay, we hit that checkpoint, and there's Knuckles. And what is he going to do? He turned off the lights and filled the entire stage with water. That's all I really wanted to show. Oh, and the music slowed down. So now we have to get that water shield because you will die if you don't. Okay. Okay, once you hit this switch right here after that very annoying puzzle. Oh hey, this is that switch. Cool. Anyway, after you hit that switch, the lights are back on. So, now all we have to do is get through this little series of rooms here, and... Huh, what's this? Oh no, I'm trapped! Okay. No, everyone knows by now that you're just supposed to go up, and down, and voila. Okay, right after this thing, I believe we meet our boss, after a bunch of these things, I guess. For no apparent reason, you know. And here we see Knuckles again. He just kind of reverses the gravity. And here we go. Time to meet our boss. This is Graviton Mobile. He just kind of throws his marble at you, eventually. There we go. And you can jump on him like that and lose your shield. That's not what I wanted to happen. Now just kind of keep running away from the marble until he lets down the field, whatever. And then he'll jump down to retrieve it. This boss takes 8 hits to kill. And, as usual, Tails likes to screw me up by, ooh, this might be a little close. But yeah, that's usually why you want the lightning shield for this boss. It makes him pretty easy as long as you don't do stupid stuff like I was doing. But you know, it's me. So what can you do? What, you're not gonna try and hit him with the game? Really? Other than that, there's not really too much to say about this boss. I mean, he just kind of throws his balls at you. Yes, I went there. And if you look at my time, you'll notice that I'm running out of time, because you have, an amount of time. 9:59 to complete a stage. If you don't, you're dead. we kind of actually want to run over here, so that way we have a little bit more room to run. Well, bump against the edge of the screen, you know. Same difference. And I believe this should be 8. At least I really hope it is. Shoot! It wasn't! I'm going to die from time up. That will be the most amazing thing ever. Okay. And of course he's at the edge of the screen, so this is going to make things a lot more difficult. There we go. We have killed Graviton Mobile. And away he goes. So that we can head, or should I say, burst into the next stage, which is... Oh, I need to go into this cannon first. I totally forgot about that. Just kind of fire up wherever you want. Okay, thank you. The Ice Cap Zone! Which you hit with a freaking snowboard. Sonic is snowboarding. Isn't this awesome? Back then it was, I'm sure. I mean, we had 3D effects and everything here. And colliding into that wall starts the zone for real, after we get buried in snow. So, let's go meet us a mini-boss. Okay, right here after this little, thing here with the smashers, if you jump right over there and to the left, you get a lightning shield. Keep this. It is very important for the mini-boss. Okay. Okay, that was the final checkpoint, so we want to save here, because this boss is actually pretty hard. But, ladies and gentlemen, meet the big Icidus? I don't know. Anyway, he's impossible to hit from that high up at first, and now we're fighting the, you know, that one boss from, Sonic 2. Metamorpho guy. And he just kind of repeats this. We did not want to actually hit him like that. That was dumb of me. Oh well. Hit him. Hit him with the insta-shield. Or W spin attack as it's called in Japanese, I guess. Because Tails messed it up. If you hit that thing once, I think it pops out a shield. I don't know. I don't quite understand how it works. Oh, this next boss. This next boss is a hard guy. And I would have actually liked my lightning shield for him. That's okay. Let's, just go into Ice Cap 2, shall we? Oh, well, there's a lightning shield right at the beginning. So just keep this through the entire zone and you'll be okay. I double saved there, heck yeah. Okay, let's go see a certain doctor for our appointments, shall we? Smack me if I ever say that again. Okay, I guess you heard all of that. But this is the boss. Now, normally he'd be really hard because you can't hit him from the side, or the front, or anything like that. But with the lightning shield, well, okay, we have to pay attention to his pattern now. Basically, he goes left, right, middle, and the left, right, middle, so on and so forth. And then you just hit him from the front a couple of times, and he's dead. So, that was Freezer Mobile. What a hard boss. I remember having a lot more trouble with him in my childhood. Then again, I would usually not have the lightning shield up until that point. And we're heading into the final stage of the game. Can you believe it? Because this is the launch base zone. So, let's get through. Okay, I think that was the final checkpoint. Maybe? Yes, because there's Eggman. He just stole a block. How dastardly of him. I don't get it. No. No. Knuckles! How dare you! And, just like that, the entire stage has just collapsed. Everything we did up until now, it's all gone. All we can do now is move forward through the final checkpoint. Well, you know, we did see Eggman before. And here we have our mini-boss. Wait, mini-boss? Alright. This guy's name is Twin Hammer. He moves up every time you hit him, so he can be kind of annoying. And now he only has one hammer, so he is Single Hammer. And after 6 hits are dealt, he dies. And Knuckles actually has to fight 2 of these, I guess. But that's irrelevant information, so I don't know why I spouted it. But that's, you know, a thing. Let's head through the final act in the game. Let's go. Huh, that was weird. Okay, I think that thing right there was the final checkpoint in the game. So let's head through a boss rush. Now, this first guy is kind of simple. He just kind of throws balls at you. And I can never remember how to tell which one he's going to throw. Oh yeah, it's a good idea to use the Insta-Shield or W-Spin attack if you're Japanese. Which I'm sure many of you are not, but anyway, this first boss here, with no name, he takes 8 hits, supposedly. I don't know, that felt like more than 8. And we can even steal his Eggmobile! Uh-oh. You know what that means. You know what that music means, anyway. There's Knuckles, and he just punched us. Oh, but the joke's on him, because he fell to his death. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess that's it for Knuckles, then. But yeah, none of these bosses, at least that I can see, have a name. Well, you know. But all of these final bosses take 8 hits each, so you know that for now. Also, keep in mind the time is frozen. That's nice of them. However, the time restarts when you hit this platform. So, let's get ready. Because, stage 2. Hit this guy. Okay. Now, this guy I always have kind of a problem defeating without dying. Especially with that stupid spike ball that rotates around this stupid glass. Which goes counterclockwise, I believe. Yeah, it is. So, as long as you've seen it go over to the right, ow, and you want to make sure to keep a hit. Okay, he's going to go a little faster now, but as long as you've got 1 ring after you defeat this guy, you'll be good. Why do you want to keep a ring after you defeat him? Take a guess. Yeah, I believe 4 hits defeats stage 1 of the second boss of this thing, and 4 more hits, and he'll die. Or maybe it's 3 hits and then 5? Or, okay, is someone keeping count out there? Because, well, I'm sure I can keep count with annotations or something, but, okay, there we go. That might have been like 3, 4, 1. But we got through Act 2! Wait, how did we do that? Wait, huh? There's no other boss after this. That's impossible. Oh, well, we're gonna crash to the ground and die. And that's the end of Sonic 3! Sonic dies. The end. No. We somehow, by defeating this thing, destroyed the Death Egg, which is the whole reason we did this entire adventure. And I'm somehow playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. 1 second! Okay, well, I guess we won't be able to see the last boss of Sonic 3. Because, I'm playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Well, that's all the bosses of the Sonic 3, half of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and, yeah. I also hope you guys learned a couple of things about how to kill the bosses. Especially that last one. And I hope I helped some people out with the Freezer Mobile, too. Because, I don't know, I've always thought of that guy as really hard. But when you get a lightning shield, he's really easy. So, yeah. We'll find out what Polly chooses next time on the Let's Play Fall Funtacular. Until then, I have a lot of editing to do, so later guys.